Right, today is the start of the next project. I'm not in Wicks, I'm in B&Q today because B&Q sell the recycled bottle insulation. Well, I hope they've got it. And Wicks don't sell it for some reason. I don't know why, but they don't. So I'm in B&Q today. I'm going to buy the insulation from B&Q. Sometimes we buy it online, but just the way this project's worked out, I'm just going to go into the shop and buy it. I'm on my own, you might notice. I'll explain where Rick is, but Rick isn't here and won't be starting this project with me. He's no longer, well, there's drama. Right, that could have gone better. They don't have it in stock. They don't have it in stock. The nearest store that does have it in stock is Ashton-under-Lyme or whatever that place is, somewhere not near 28 miles away. I'm not even going to bother. That's a product that they just always have in. I always know B&Q to have that product in, so that's it. So anyway, it doesn't have it in. Right, change of plan then. I'll just order it online. It'll be here in the next few days. I don't need it urgently today anyway, but I just thought I'd come in and buy the stuff. The next van is a Citroen Relay, similar to some of the others we've done, but slightly different in that it's not having hot and cold running water. It's not having underslung tanks. There's a lot of things it's not having. It's having glass windows, not plastic windows. So I'll be able to do a bit about the way I install glass windows without dropping them sometimes. What else? Similar skylights, so I might go into a bit more detail in skylights. Different layout, it's having a toilet cubicle, but not a shower, double bed, kitchen area, a little seat, all that. So, the difference in this one is that we're not buying all the products. The customer's pretty much bought everything already. The van is in the workshop, stacked with things. We've only had to buy minimal bits and bobs like cabling and that. And we're going to have to buy the wood, the insulation. He's even sound deadened it, the customer, which is really good, so it saves us a job there. Not going to be a long job this, I don't think. I'm hoping that we can get them relatively quick, even without Rick. Again, I did used to build vans before Rick, so I should be alright so on this one. Anyway, Rick's health has deteriorated quite badly, and my understanding of it is, I did see him yesterday, my understanding of it is that it's quite a life-changing, potentially life-threatening actually, I don't want to be dramatic, but potentially life-threatening, definitely a life-changing illness. I will let Rick talk about that to you in more detail sometime, but it is bad. It's not a fucking nice thing at all, and I am dead worried about him, even though I won't let him know that I'm worried about him. I'm just gonna play it cool and stuff. But anyway, it's not AIDS. I'm just putting it out there. He's not got that. And I think we can rule that one out. But anyway, it is what it is. So I've just said to him, go away, do what you need to do, and we'll sort it. We were meant to start this project last week, but because of Rick's health, I sort of said, right, we'll delay it a day, and then, we'll delay it a week, and then blah, blah, blah. It's turned out this thing is last, he's been in and out of hospital for the last 2 weeks, I think. So there's more hospital visits. So I just said, right, I'll start it today. You just do what you need to do, and that's it. So I am starting it. There is so much that I can do anyway before even Rick comes back that Rick doesn't normally do anyway. Like cutting windows out, Rick doesn't normally do. Cutting skylights out, Rick doesn't normally do. Cabling, Rick doesn't normally do. Rick helps with, obviously Rick helps with all of that. I'm not saying that Rick doesn't do it, but there's certain jobs in this van building business, I guess, that Rick does definitely most of, and I do definitely most of, but we both help each other with everything, sort of thing. That's kind of the way it works, and I'm saying. So, the next clip now, we're going to jump straight from this to, I'll be back at the workshop, like this, watch. And here we are, back in the workshop. As you can see there, that is our Citroen Relay. I'll tell you what year it is. 2018 Citroen Relay. L's and H's, L's and H's. It's a big one. Long wheelbase. Still got the bulkhead in, as you can probably just about see. Still got the bulkhead in, that's going to come out today. Most of the stuff's already in, even down to carpet. The customer's bought everything for it. It is having gas in this one, but it's only having a basic gas bottle, so no doubt we'll be calling on Des the gas man to do the safety checks for the gas for that. Simple water tanks, so nothing underslung, nothing fancy, basic water pump to a basic tap, just cold water. This is not going to be off grid, it is going to be mainly used on campsites and all that kind of thing, so slightly different to what we normally do. The electrical system, it's having full Victron, which is going to be installed by Luke's Van Life and his company, Blue something, I forgot the name. I will do a proper advert for them when they arrive. That was a fail, it just slipped my mind what they're called. Everybody knows who Luke's Van Life is, right? Well, anyway, he's got a channel called Luke's Van Life. I've plugged this channel, that's enough. But he's got a company that does electrical installs, and because it's quite a new company, we had a conversation about doing a bit of a collab on this so that they can help us out so we don't have to do it, save us a bit of time on other things, but also it gives this company a plug. So if you want electrical installs, just keep watching, we'll try and record that. I know that they'll be recording it as well, I'm sure they will, but that's another thing that's different. Also, we're doing another collab with Rogue Alloys as well, so this is getting a fucking lovely set of alloys. We're going to be installing some of the stuff that didn't get installed on the last one. A company sent us a strip light that goes in a specific place in the cab side, but also it lights up both sides. I'll show you when we come to install it. I'm going to install that in this van. We were going to install it in the last one, but by the time it arrived and that, and we faffed about, we didn't do it. So we're going to install that on this one. As I said before, glass window. I'm going to show you around. Glass window, I believe it's having a sliding door window. And then it's having a small window here, one of those like overly shaped ones, which I have installed before, a couple, but I don't think I've showed it on video installing it before, so I'll be showing you how I think is the best way to install that. I'm not going to say the best way, I think it's my opinion, because there's so many different opinions on how things get installed these days. I'm going to show you how I would do it. So like I said, the bulkhead's coming out, which will free up a lot of space. Very similar setup, it's having the slatted ceiling, which has become a bit of a signature of ours, even though it wasn't our idea, but we'll take that one. Toilet is a bizarre one. Customer's toilet is having this surround here that's already made. It's just a box that you can sit on. That is going in the toilet cubicle, but no shower. Don't really get it. Well, I guess it's private for going to toilet and that, but I would have thought that we'd just install a shower while we're at it, but they stay on campsites mainly, so they don't need a shower. I think a little seating area. In fact, the plan's here. So, bed 4 foot wide by 6 foot 3 long. Reading lights near the small window. So this is all this side, so it would fit like this. So we've got small window up there, lockers up there, skylight up here above the bed, a fridge that slots under the bed. The fridge isn't here yet actually, the fridge will be coming soon. Max air fan up there, again relatively standard. Bench seat here, a couple of reading lights, and then some lockers up there. The toilet will divide all of that. Strip lights in the ceiling, oven over that side in this section here. In the middle, I think it was drawers we were talking about, and then the water tanks and everything on this side, and sink, and a couple of little lockers above that potentially. As I said, window in the sliding door, a fold out worktop that would block the entranceway, and that is that. Nothing too challenging, hopefully everything will go really well. I've got a lot of stuff to unbox, a lot of stuff to organise, a lot of stuff to remember, because there's a lot of little things like switches and all that stuff that I need to remember to unbox and get in order of how we're going to fit it and all that kind of stuff. So that's mainly what today's going to be. I may make a start on installing the skylights and potentially the windows today. I'm going to get changed into my work gear. It is cold today. I've got a diesel heater on trying to warm the workshop up, but it is chilly. We've got 2 weeks of solid rain apparently, so there's no excuses to get cracking with work because there's no motorbike riding or anything like that. I'm going to show you my new tools actually because I'm excited about them. I sold my motorbikes and stuff. I sold 2 of my other motorbikes, so I decided to put some money back into tools. So we currently have this set up here. I already had this trolley when we first moved in here, but I bought this chest and then this side drawer thing here. But inside I've just been buying a load of tools. We've got a load of shit there, stuff that I use every day. We've got picks, punches, chisels, mirrors and torches, mirrors with torches, a couple of sockets, Allen keys, all that jazz, hammers and files, a bunch of ratchet spanners and a bunch of ring spanners, metric and imperial, pin nose pliers, side snips, mole grips, adjustable spanners, circlip pliers. Circlip pliers come in so handy, I can't wait to use them. Sockets, impact sockets, extensions, sockets and ratchets and extensions, more ring spanners, more ratchet spanners, more ring spanners and more offset ring spanners, whatever they're actually called, I don't know. Impact gun and equipment, Torx bits, screwdrivers, Allen keys, all my hand tools, all my old screwdrivers, pry bars and torque wrenches, hole saws and drill bits, and then motorbike bits. And then in this one we've got crimp tool for electrical connectors, riv nut gun, nothing in that one, all electrical connectors, and then some cables in that one. Listen, we are equipped around here. Oh, the other things I bought actually. I bought a jack for motorbikes there, which has actually come in so handy already. And I bought that trolley to lay on when I'm underneath vans doing things like underslung tanks and dieselators and all that stuff. Again, I spoke to you about it before, whether you've watched it or not, I don't know, but I've spoke to you about it before about investing back in. I've spent some coin, I've spent some money on making sure that we are equipped for everything. We've got welder and everything now, so we can do other bits and bobs. We don't advertise that, but if we need to do any welding on our own stuff or for friends and that, we can do a bit of welding. Deep breaths, Liam. Right, I'm gonna get cracking. I'll see you in a bit. So, done a bit of prep work, as you've just seen. Everything is spread out a bit at the moment. The bulkhead is now out, and that little bit of metal up there that we always take out, I'll show you that in some more detail, just because some people might not have seen it before. There's a bit of metal that goes here that's spot welded in, which looks exactly like that, in fact, on the other side. We take that off on every one so that it leaves this wall flat, so when we put our finish on. And also there's going to be a toilet here, we don't want that sticking out, ruining the finish. So that is out. I took the light from there, interior light, and interior light from there. This camera's not very good, is it? Interior light from there, and that, like I said, the bulkhead's out. What else have I done? Got rid of all the shit in the floor, all that kind of business, all the little hooks and that come in the floor. I've unpackaged everything so that I can gauge sort of what order I'm going to do things in, because again, this fan is slightly different to normal. White lid on a Max Air fan, the first one I've ever seen. Didn't even know they did a white lid actually. I've never really looked into it, to be honest, but a white lid on a Max Air fan. But then the Sky Max is a smoked lid, obviously to let some light in also. It's got this oval shaped window here, something I don't do a lot of but I've done before. Those are the water tanks, just standard going into the cupboard. It's got a basic water pump set up there. It's got a gas locker, the gas bottle is down here. It's got this sort of vinyl floor stuff, I don't know what it's called, but this really hard wearing floor. The finish is already, the customer's already bought that. There's the glue to put that down. The customer's thought of pretty much everything. A couple of other things here, electric stuff. We've got the lights with little switches on. We've got some lights with USB ports on. We've got all the switches for the pumps and the 240, water cut point, reverse camera, pretty much everything. That's the sliding door window. That's about it, I think. Oh, we've got sink, diesel heater, table leg thing, some extra sound deadening, but the customer's already done that. Tap, everything, more or less everything. So, the way I think I'm going to do this is I'm going to fit the reverse camera first, just because that's cabling that needs doing. It replaces... The reverse camera replaces that light up there. It just sits in there and that's it. And then I need to cable that through. So I'll cable that internally before I do any of the insulation and stuff like that. Once I've done that, then I'm going to, I think I'm going to cut the skylights out next. We'll see if we can get that done today by the end of this video. Try and get the skylights at least in, or the holes cut today, and then we'll check it out from there. But anyway, this video mainly is the plan of what we're doing. I wanted to show you what it looks like from the beginning, how I lay parts out and all that kind of stuff, and get my head around things. I just need to get in the zone and that. And to be fair, we've had a month without really working properly. Trying to get your head back into it after Christmas and New Year and all that kind of stuff. You know what it's like. Anyway, I'm going to crack on doing a few bits. Okay, so day one is done with, and the introduction to this van is now done with. Good amount of progress. Bulkhead is out, both skylights are in, things are prepped. I've took away some metal on the inside, ready for other things. I've just made this template here for this side window that's going in, so I can just draw around that, mark it up on the side of the van and cut the windows out. I've not cut any windows out today, but again, quite a lot of progress for day one and being on my own. Everything is in order, I know where I'm at. Things are looking good. Electrician is sorted, cool, ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. You will not see that tomorrow, you will see that next week, because this is the end of this video. You know the plan now, you know what's happening. If you want to follow along, just subscribe and all that, hit the like button, all that fancy shit. LameTheTerrible.com if you want coffee and merchandise, t-shirts, stickers, all that stuff, all that good stuff. So, I'll see you there on the next one. Bye, Felicia.